This is Cindy Harrison in the Paint with Heart Studios. Today we're going to be painting, this is our second episode of the 2016 Ornament Collection. We will be doing this for the next 4 weeks, so there's a total of 6 weeks of ornaments. If you are here in the audience, you get to participate in doing 2 ornaments every week for 6 weeks for a total of 12 ornaments. If not, but you still want to be a part of it, you can go to cindyharrisonart.com, purchase the 2016 Ornament Collection. It's a kit, and it's $25, and you get 10 materials to make 10 ornaments. And some of those are the bonus ones. Plus, you get exclusive access to the video, the full replay of Paint with Heart episodes, including the bonus ornaments. And it is password protected, so you'll get an email from me telling you what the secret password is to get in and watch the videos. But in the meantime, let me say hello and welcome to my bestie, my co-host, Melissa Reyes.
Hi, everybody. My name is Melissa Reyes, and I go by Ms. Meliz on social media. You can find me and my artwork and everything that I'm passionate about on msmeliz.com. And I'm happy to be here with Cindy Harrison, my bestie from the East, even though the Westie is the best. Does that make any sense? No, no, it's not. But anyway, together we cross the country back and forth, and we're so happy to bring you here to Paint with Heart. And I'm looking forward to making this amazing project and all of the ornaments. So I'm up to the challenge. There's mine from last week back there, see? So I'm very excited. So thank you for being here, and let me know if you have any technical questions. If you're new here, you can type into the side in the chat. I'll try to keep up with those and ask the questions for you. And then, you know, later towards the end, we can have a time when everybody is on, their audio is on, so we can hear you and we can look at your projects and see how you're doing. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.
That being said, for those new people, there is a way at the bottom of your screen. There's a chat thing, and then the chat bar will come up on your right. So for right now, in the pre-show, I covered, oops, I forgot to do it. I gotta go over here and change my camera so you're not looking at me, you're looking at my hands. Open up the camera and get ready for, there we go. Okay. So I took my styrofoam ball and I covered it with the decoupage. I used the napkin formula because I did white tissue paper and it's very thin. I found when I use the regular matte formula, it tears it. So this way here, it's still kind of bubbly because it's wet underneath. So you can still play with it a little bit and smooth it out. Let that dry a little bit more. We're going to start on our canvas. It's just a 3-inch stretch canvas. You pick them up at Michael's or wherever, or from me. And we are going to put some paint on there in a very loosey-goosey motion. I have whispering turquoise, some turquoise blue, and I put in some thermal green. Just because. Now, if you look at the pipe cleaner, it looks thermal green. And the pom-poms look like turquoise. So if you have in your stash a bunch of pom-poms and pipe cleaners of different colors, just go and pick out some paint that matches them. And it will be fine, I am sure. Shake them up real good. And then put a puddle about, I don't know, the size of a nickel, maybe, out on your piece. Now don't forget about, you have sides that you have to paint as well. I'm going to use, might be a little bit on the big side, but I have that 1-inch Sharp Moon filbert. So if you have a big filbert, and if not, use your flat. I'm going to pick up some of this paint. Again, wake up your brush in the water, take all the water out. I'm going to start with picking up some of this Whispering Turquoise. It's a light value, and I'm going to just slap it on, and it's okay if there's some white showing. We're not looking to cover the canvas completely because we're going to glue a ball on there anyway. Don't forget to do the sides. Without getting too dirty. No, that's just me. Okay. I'm going to wash out my brush, not thoroughly, but close enough. Pick up some turquoise blue and do the same thing. Don't cover your first color completely though. And I don't worry about getting in the middle too much because you know we're going to put the snowman there, right? Chester's going to live in the middle. So do you see how it's just not really, I'm not being very picky about where I put the paint. I'm going to zap that with the blow dryer only because I don't want the next color to blend in with those two. And I had a fight with some glitter here about what, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I'm still finding glitter everywhere. Anyways, good thing I want glitter on this piece. I'm going to pick up some of that thermal green, and again, just hit here and there, not covering up everything that you already put on. And then you put that aside and you let that dry. While that's drying, we're going to, I mean, mine's still a little wet, but we're gonna move on. Antique white, you want a puddle of that and your Snow White. I think I need refills on that one. Now you can do this with a stipple brush. If you have a deerfoot brush, and this is a deerfoot brush, it looks like a deer's hoof. You can do it with this, or you can do it with a flat, whatever brush you have that you're comfortable with. I'm gonna do this, put it down and start pouncing color over it. If you think this looks too dirty for your snowman, you can take some white, mix it in with that, and make it less dirty. And we're gonna get dirty because that's just the nature of this. And we gotta let that dry before we can cover the rest of the surface. Okay, see, already all dirty. His little nose that we made out of either quick wood or that oven baked clay, you can bake this in the oven and firm that up. We're going to paint that with Canyon Orange. You take out a little tiny brush for that. You don't need a big brush for that. When you form it, always push it down so you flatten that edge so when you glue it on, it's flat. And this might take a couple coats because the orange is not very solid. It's one of those transparent type colors. Whoops, see, that's what happens. Sometimes when we make them, we put a toothpick up inside the base so it's easier to handle it when you have to go and paint it. If you get clay that's already orange, then you don't have to paint it. But that's going to take 2 coats for sure. Okie dokie, let's see. Let's blow dry his head. You want to be careful because it's so lightweight, it'll fly away. Chasing it all over the table here. Stop. Okay. So you might want to go back with your brush, get all the water out, pick up a little bit more of that white, and try to get it so that you're not covering up all of what you just put on, but you want the majority of your white to show. That's the color that you want him to be predominant. You don't want the off-white predominant because then he'd look like a real dirty guy.
So why do we use the off-white to start with?
Because it gives him texture. It makes him look more like he's got depth. Snow's not always smooth. It's got divots. So it gives it more, its interest. If it's all a solid white, then it's boring.
Okay, gotcha.
So we're going to put that aside. A lot of things in art are just multiple layers of stuff. Multiple layers of paint. If anyone has a question, if I go too fast, feel free to unmute yourself and ask me. We'll dry that. Dry the nose. And then get your glue out. If you have some, I have an ultimate glue. I also have this quick dry Aleene's tacky glue. So while those are drying, get some of that glue out. We'll glue the nose on, or at least we'll place the nose where we know it's gonna be, and then we can draw the eyes on with a pencil and paint the facial features. And I don't know what you have for glitter out there, so whatever you have for glitter, we'll use that. Okay, so let me dry this again. see where we are with that. Oh, that's good. So if we place the nose dead center of the ball, okay, that's the other thing I wanted to show you. If your ball does not fit flat, if it's got lumpies, what you can do is take a sanding disc, either a flat piece of paper, and you can wipe it across that, and that will sand it flat, so when you glue it onto your surface, you have a nice flat surface now. With this guy here, you can kind of do the same thing and make that a nice flat surface. So if we put him there, it's like I know I had a pencil. Where did you go? Right here. Okay. So his nose is going to be crooked. Oh well. Put your nose on where you think that's going to live. I'm going to draw his mouth first. And you pick a point. Don't press too hard. You don't want to tear your tissue paper. But you're almost going from 3 o'clock, if the nose is dead center, 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And I'm going to do a little bottom lip down here. Then I'm going to turn it around so it's straight on to me. And I'm going to decide where my eyes are going to be on either side. And I first draw my eyes like a part of the top of a circle. And then I bring it up. So you start with this kind of a thing. And then you bring them up and down, up and down. Now they're not always going to be the same on both sides. So if you feel the need to trace them, trace one and then trace it on both. You can do that. But the nose is going to go right here. My mouth is like that with my little lip. I'll leave that there so you all can see it. So where's my nose? My nose is going to go here. And the only reason I don't glue it on right now is because it'll fall off before we get done painting all the features anyway. Once you have one on, and because mine's still wet underneath, I gotta really be careful. Okie dokie. Now we can take out the black. What I'll do is later on, if you'd feel more comfortable having this line drawing, I'll post it on the website where it says paint with heart, click here for your line drawings. Now we can start by taking a liner brush, a narrow liner brush, not too narrow, and you can draw that eye on there. And then you can fill it in with a small flat or filbert. But at least you have an outline of where you're going with the paint.
Cindy, can you move the drawing up a little bit so we can see it?
Hi, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm going to put the mouth on too. And it is bumpy, so you're not going to get necessarily that smooth line. This little lip. I did not give mine eyebrows, but if you wanted to give him eyebrows, you could, but they'd be up on his head. I'm just gonna fill this in. Lots of hills and valleys in a styrofoam ball. If you want to work with a surface that's smoother, you can cover your styrofoam ball with some paper clay or multi-layers of tissue paper. The paper clay will definitely get you a more smooth surface. Multi-tissue paper, it'll be smoother, but it will still have texture. So to add eyelashes, I start from the outside of the eye, come over and curl it up. Come over and curl it up. Come over and curl it up. Outside, about 10 o'clock, curl up. Come to about 11, curl up. And 12, a short one. So I'm like outlining my eye. If I start from the outside and I come over and flick off. And then come over and flick off a little longer and a little shorter. Same there, come from the outside, 10 o'clock. Sometimes they get to looking like Tammy Faye a little more than I want them to, but remember Tammy Faye? Oh.
I can see Alaska from here.
What?
Well, what did she say? I could see Alaska from my house, or?
No, it's not Tammy.
Oh, that was what's her name? What was I thinking? No, I remember Tammy Faye now, the makeup, right? I think you're going fast.
Okay. So, want me to slow down?
No, I'm just telling you. I don't know where everybody else is. Maybe we should find out, but
I can go wash my hands. You know how I hate being dirty. I'll take a drink of water.
Go wash your hands. Hold up, ladies, hold up your project so I could see where you're at. Are you painting or are you drawing? You're painting your face on? Okay, Helene, thank you. Painting your face on. Let's see, Deborah, she's painting her face on. I'm the only one who's
she's painting her nose, cool.
Right,
oh, look at that. Oh, that's, I love her face. I love all the faces. That's cool, Terry. Awesome. See, so you're not behind.
No, I haven't painted my face on yet, so I am behind. But that's okay because
you can also do like pieces of coal. They don't have to be happy eyes. You could do pieces of coal and it would be fine too.
Happy eyes. All right.
I got squinty eyes. I don't like squinty eyes. I'm gonna paint my nose again.
You're gonna paint your nose?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep painting my nose.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go dry my guy. My little fan isn't working fast enough.
No, you need a blow dryer.
You know, I usually use my fan and it's fine, but I think it's the paper.
Well, it's decoupage takes longer to dry. My dude's got a crooked mouth, or his eye. His face is odd, but oh well, we shall survive. Okay. Let's see what we want to do. I'll hold off for a second. So I'm gonna unmute you guys. So does anyone have a Christmas tradition they'd like to share while we're painting?
Okay.
See your face. So
Christmas traditions. Who wants to come first?
you go first, Melissa. Open it up.
Oh my gosh, Christmas, I can't say it. Christmas tradition. One thing we always do on Christmas Eve is sing that chestnuts have yourself in your, no, that's a hot. We sing songs.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire?
Yeah, my dad always sang it, and then after he passed away, we sing it together as a group. So every Christmas Eve, that's what we do. We sing that song. So it's a family tradition.
That's very sweet.
My dad used to sing it, and when he would sing it, he would bring tears. Everybody would cry. He would choke up. I don't know why. It must have meant something to him from his childhood, but he just loved that song. So but when I hear it now, I just love it. And I think of my daddy.
That's sweet. Helene?
Yes, mine is kind of old, I guess. When I was a little girl and still lived in Canada, one of the visions that I remember, we always had hazelnuts. For some reason, you know, the hazelnuts that you have to crack open.
Yeah.
And for some reason, as a matter of fact, I had to go to the grocery store a little while ago, and I saw them, and I have to have a little bowl of that at Christmas time. And I don't know, for me, it's like, it kind of like brings me back, I guess, even though I don't remember. I was too young to remember, you know, everything about it, but it just seems like having those finishes it, you know.
Definitely.
And then of course pork pie.
Oh, I love pork pie.
Yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, there's probably other little ones, but that came to my mind when you asked about it. I thought of those hazelnuts.
Deborah?
We don't do anything special anymore, but when I was growing up, we used to have to make rounds to all the older relatives, and I had these pair of spinster great aunties who were, and they used to make everything. I mean, it was really interesting. They used to pop popcorn, make the best divinity fudge, which nobody's ever replicated, and all sorts of candies, and they would make these nylon netting stockings or mittens and fill them with for the kids, and each kid would go to the tree and pick it off.
Oh wow.
And they got a little older, and I think I was probably like 23, I guess, when they finally decided to stop doing that. But nobody ever missed it except for me. They laughed and they said they knew I was the only one that was going to miss them that year. But and then my other great grandmother used to she'd spend the whole year hand embroidering hankies for everybody.
Oh, wow.
And then she would put them on the Christmas tree, and that's what she would decorate her Christmas tree with. And then everybody would come in and go over to the tree and pick it off. And that's what she'd give everybody for a gift for the year.
Wow, that is special.
Considering she had a large family, that took a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Do you still have them?
I did keep one hanky, but being a kid, you didn't really appreciate it too much. So I didn't really keep any until the year she died. And that one I still have. I don't use it. It's just packed away.
Yeah.
Put it in a picture frame.
Yeah, I could do that. That would be cool.
A lot of people are doing, like my mother-in-law's mother-in-law, I guess my husband's paternal grandmother did tatting.
Oh, yes.
And I inherited her sewing chest. which had a bunch of pieces the way she left them when she died,
Mm-hmm.
and in work in progress kind of thing. And I've seen at the store where they take doilies and stuff and they put them in shadow boxes. And I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
about doing that with her little pieces of tatting.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that would be.
Nice.
That'd be very special.
So you could do that with your hanky.
I could.
Terry, what you got going on over there?
Oh, well, we probably are more, I don't know, different. We always let the kids open a present. You know, when we were kids, we always got to open a present before, you know, on Christmas Eve,
Yep.
and then we'd go to bed. So now, when I had kids, they always opened a present before Christmas Eve, and then we always would put them to bed, and then we'd get all their presents and put them together, you know, the ones that had to be put together. And then we would play with them a little and then stick them under the tree.
Yeah.
So now that's what my kids are doing with their kids. We open presents and then we all put all their things together and play with them a little bit, and then we wrap them up and put them under the tree.
You're funny. That's cool though. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the only time you get to play with the different types of toys.
That's right. That's right. You're still kids at heart. That's pretty cool. What I did with my family growing up, we always opened up Christmas Day. It was always Christmas morning. We didn't do anything Christmas Eve. But as I had children, I love Hallmark ornaments. So my thing is every year to get my children a Hallmark ornament. My husband, he gets the train collection. So we've got tons of train, engines. And I don't even put them up anymore. I hate to say, but there's so many of them. I let them pick. They look through the catalogs and they pick whichever one they want. But every year I make sure that they get one. And that's what they open up Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, we get the rest of the presents. But I don't play with any of them. But
it can be quite fun.
We always did that too. My parents did that too, Terry. They would, on Christmas morning, we'd come out and the Christmas gifts from Santa were always ready to go. No packaging, you're just ready to play with, batteries included, whatever. So we did that for my family. There's an age gap. So my sister and my brother's kids, my husband and I were young, and we would help them set up the toys, and they would always loved having my husband help because it was really great about, putting together all the technical things for the kids. And then, we would set it all up, and then we did that for our kids. So that was a fun thing. And you have to wait till really late because they have to be sound asleep.
I know.
So
I never want to go to bed that night.
Yeah, no, and then you got to wake up to see their reaction, so it's so exciting for them. So that is a fun thing to do. We do that too. Well, not anymore. Now everybody just sleeps in.
Thank God. I was happy that the day came when everyone slept in.
Yeah.
I don't like it woken up too early in the morning.
Yeah, I still get it because I'm now with the grandkids, so it still keeps going.
There you go.
That's
There you go. Put a lock on the door. Okay, Melissa, how are you? You got your face on?
I got my face on. For some reason, I thought this was the middle, but it's not. But it's over to this. He's going to be looking.
He looks cute.
He looks cute.
He's fine. Okie dokie. I'm going to take, now mine is not dry, so I really can't do a lot of dry brushing. Let me try it before I tell you how to do it, and then you get yourself into trouble. I'm going to take my dome brush, and it's a dry brush, swirl it around on my palette, and wipe it off on a dry piece of paper towel so you get most of it off. And then I'm going to come over here where his cheeks are, and I'm going to just gently brush some of this on here. Again, it's not going to get in every nook and cranny because I don't want to press too hard and tear the paper.
What color are you using there?
This is Cadmium Red, but you can use whatever red you have. My face is a little crooked. And using the edge of the brush, I'm gonna dust a little red in his lip. His cheek's a little bigger. Then wash your brush off when you're done. Like I said, be careful because it's gonna be very, if it's wet, it's going to tear. We had some white out. Get that caught up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't blot my paint enough. I read. It's okay.
You wipe it off on the dry paper towel, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a little bit of a side load going on, but don't stress. I turned my man upside down because I'm gonna go on his, well, on this side, which if you're looking straight on, it's actually the right side of the eyes. And I'm going to pick up, I had some water in my brush, I thought. Have some water in your brush, you pick up on the corner, work it out a little bit here, and then I'm going to do a C stroke. Do y'all know what a C stroke is? Thumbs up if you know what a C stroke is. Debbie, Terry? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do one right here on his eyes. And it's not, you know, horrific, but perfect, I should say. Not perfect, it is horrific. And then you're going to take your liner and you put a dot down here at about 7 o'clock. If you wanted to put something up here, like a little comma stroke, a loose stroke, you can. Or another dot. Wow, that's
Mine looks cross-eyed now because I went on either side.
of what?
Cross-eyed.
He's cute.
It's like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. Now he's happy.
He's very happy. All right, so note to self, look up before you do the second eye.
So blow dry that. And then we take your, we can either, okay, so we can do the glitter before or after. What I'm gonna do on this one here is throw some Craft Twinkles Galaxy Blue on there. I know I didn't put it on the list. If you don't have it, it's fine. You can throw on some Crystal Twinkles. You can throw on Silver Twinkles. You can throw on whatever glitter you have. Again, use a brush that you don't really, not a good brush, use a not good brush. And I kind of just keeping to the outside, throw some of these twinkles on here. And I don't think a blow dryer can really blow dry these dry as fast as we would like them to be, but so that's there. I washed that off. Try to get all those blue twinkles out of your brush. I'm going to go take the crystal twinkles. And I'm going to cover his face with the crystal twinkles. And you can even put some on his nose now or later after you glue it on.
Can you show what you're doing? Or, oh, she's drawing, I think.
What am I doing? Oh, Helene is saying hello.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Hi. How did you put your glitter? Was that with glue?
Okay, so this is the actual like glitter paint.
Oh, okay. I get it.
But
Okay.
if you don't have a glitter paint,
Uh-huh.
have loose glitter like this,
Yeah.
just a powder,
Mm-hmm.
what you can do is put out some multi-purpose sealer
Okay.
or a varnish. If you have a varnish,
Mm-hmm.
you put that out.
Okay.
You mix a little glitter in with it, and then you paint that on your surface.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
I find that if you put the varnish on and then you go to sprinkle this, you tap it on, it's gonna get way too solid, and
Okay.
it won't. It's not a good thing.
Okay.
You want? It's not a good thing.
Thank you.
Welcome. I'm trying.
Are we gluing your nose on yet?
No, I'm trying to. I put glitter on the face, and what I want to do is try and blow dry this, but no guarantees. It's like knowing how sticky tacky this stuff is, I probably put it on last before. Okay, we all have a piece of paper, 3 by 3. It's gonna go on the back. So what you do is you take your glue, turn the paper over, and put glue on the very edge. That's the only part that's gonna touch. My daughter left yesterday morning at, I don't know, 10:30-ish. She took her stocking with her.
Aww.
So now I have no stocking for Katie. Kind of depressing.
Yeah, that's why you'd have to have multiple sets of stockings.
I'm gonna have to go get one.
I'll have to make you a set.
It's like, it's just not right that she should take her own stocking with her. Jeez.
No, that just means she loves that stocking, and it means a lot to her.
I know.
Good job, Mom.
Not right. That being said, I might want to not have this on paper. And I'm going to place it on. Oops, I suppose if you put a word on it, you should check and make sure the word's upside right. Place it on there and press down.
Ugh.
And then it should, you can wipe off any excess. But if I hadn't put the glitter on it, I'd be pressing on the paper.
Yeah.
But again, you can do this. You don't have to do this all with me. You can do this after, just the fact that I've shown you how to do it. Get her done here. And then we take the face. And the same thing, make sure you get this one around the edges as well as you can put some in the middle. Like that. And we stick him on a diagonal. Because I think that just adds more interest, things on the diagonal. And press down. And then you glue his nose on. But I'm going to glue, actually, I'm going to work on doing these. Bend this so it goes around his head, ear to ear. And check out your pom-poms, where they're gonna go. And then you glue those on first. Put more glue. Hold that for a second, and then we'll glue the nose on. Now, when you make this, you stick a Q-tip in the tip. You can then, not a Q-tip, a toothpick. You can then stick the toothpick right in here, and it would stay on more firmly. Make sure you use glue that dries white. Clear, I mean, sorry, clear. But there he is. And you can add more glitter as you need. How I did this was I put glue in a wavy motion and had glitter, this loose glitter, in a flat tray, and I then stuck that into the tray And that's why you see the glitter there. Same with that side. So you can paint it on or glitz it on. Now I'm just full of glitter.
Look at my face.
Are you glittering?
No, I'm happy that you're full of glitter.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
So,
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
so after it dries, you can go back and brush more glitter on. You can glitter up the edges and the back side. And what I did was I took a needle and thread, and this is that baker string twine, and I put it through a fat head needle and put the needle right through, right above his head, right through the back, and then tied a knot in it. And that's what he hangs on. So for those of you who are with me today, stay tuned, don't go anywhere. I'm going to start the exclusive section now. In the meantime, I want to say, everyone show me what you've done. And Melissa, we can do a picture.
I'm going to change this to gallery view. I almost said Valerie view.
Valerie view. We're going to go Valerie view.
All right. And so I want to make sure that Terry.
Oh, sure. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Cindy, you make the best stuff.
You guys make the best stuff. This is awesome. Go ahead and say your goodbyes to the public.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here on Paint with Heart with me and Cindy Harrison. We had a really good time with Chester, this little ornament, and I'm looking forward to making the next one. Thank you.
You're welcome. And again, I thank you all for being here again today. And if you want to be part of our exclusive 2016 Ornament Collection Club, you can join us every week for the next, 4 weeks, or you can go to cindyharrisonart.com, and under Paint with Heart, you can purchase our Ornament Collection Kit, and you will get exclusive access to the full replays of our episodes. So until next time, remember to always paint with heart. And happy holidays.